stop you, but you gotta watch it closer. So anyways, they're talking about these things and you can look it up, so look it up. But it's like a sound wave. I think we'll call it sonic. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going by memory. And thermal is like heat, and like a generator is like an engine creator or whatever. Generator. And so what they do is they take a metal tube, and the video explained how they came about all this, so it really seems plausible, and I think it's all real, but check it if you want. Anyways, they take a metal tube, this is the long story short, and they fill it with compressed helium gas at 10 atmospheres, which sounds like a lot, but I think it's like 10 psi, I don't know, maybe more, maybe it's 100 psi, I don't know. It's not, whatever. But anyways, they inject sound waves from a loudspeaker. They just kept saying a commercial grade loudspeaker. And through the chemical reaction of the helium or whatever it does, or the sound waves due to the helium, it creates a cooling process, which could be used for heating also, because cooling, it has to go somewhere, you know, it's just a transfer. But there's no moving parts, there's no anything, and there's no servicing it, it's just a tank with a speaker hooked up to it. And it's like the most efficient way to cool things. And they took it on the space shuttle, like back in the 80s, and the guy that designed it, you know, it makes a kit, and you can get it from the university that he works out of. It's a proven technology, and it works and all that, and you can have it, like, we have a restaurant, and it costs a lot of money for the walk-in cooler, and there's all these parts, and it costs a lot of money to build a walk-in cooler. So if this thing is more efficient and way less money to run and to build, and not bad for the environment, then we could just put that on there, and then it would take very little power to do it. It would be better, and it would work longer. You wouldn't need anybody to service it. They were talking about how the refrigeration industry is $310 billion. $310 billion could go back into doing other things. Isn't that crazy? And then I think about, like, the way that they made it hidden, you know? It's not illegal. They just made it so that people don't have that option. It's like they can't test it, so they can't certify it and all this other crap. But it's not illegal either. There's a place, ice cream place, Ben and Jerry's. They did it in one location. It was like a novelty thing, but it runs the whole store. It cools the whole store, and it's like a big massive thing. They did it in 2004. So there's more information that it's there, and we've known about it. I think it started back in the 1700s, 1600s. I don't know. I forget. It's just crazy that stuff is out there. It was making me think about, like, how controlled we are. Everybody wants good things to happen, you know? Like, I'd say we voted, I didn't do it, but you guys voted Mr. Trump back into president because we thought he was gonna get rid of all the corruption and everything. And I'm pretty sure that's the main reason why he won, is because they were gonna empty the swamp. But then when it turned out that he was living in the swamp too, everything just kind of stopped, you know? And then there's all these things on YouTube where it looks like the swamp is everything that's holding you back. Look at that mountain right there. You could climb that in a day. But I'll tell you what, there's another mountain behind it. It's really the kind of weird stuff. Anyways. There's that. The Artemis 2 thing, or whatever the fuck it's called. The rocket going to the moon. That's all fake. There's like, as soon as they put out their information, there's a whole, everybody's looking at it, scrutinizing it. Yep, it's fake. You can deny it all you want, and you can say it doesn't matter all you want, but it's fake. It's fake. You want to come to me and say we went to the moon again? No. They faked going to the moon again, and then how you gonna give me some information that they gave you to try and prove that they went to the moon? Like maybe a video of them playing with a stuffed animal, but no shadow of the stuffed animal. They got shadows of their hands and everything else, but nothing of the stuffed animal. That was a great catch. I didn't make that catch. I'm just relaying stuff that other people said, and I'm like, what the fuck? How do people, you know? Okay, maybe it's not something that you notice all the time, but as soon as they start finding one thing, well, what the fuck? How do you explain that away? Oh, well, it's because it's in space. I've never been to space. Stuffed animals don't make shadows in space. Everybody knows that, you fucking moron. Only people make shadows in space. Time's out. This is usually all water. You can see it's like a little river in there. Looks like you can walk over to the other side, doesn't it? People try to walk over to the other side and then they fall in. Anyways, everything's so fake. I don't understand it. And everybody's just like, yeah, this and that, woo-hoo. Didn't anybody notice, like, in the TV shows and the movies and everything, all the fucking woke bullshit being pushed for, like, years? I grew up, well, I'm 50, so I grew up, 50 years ago. I started growing up, and it was a lot different. I'm not really, like, trying to be like an old person and be like, it's so different, you kids nowadays. I know that's what you hear about all the time, but maybe they say something like that because it really is a thing, you know? Every generation is made a little bit worse than the last generation, a little bit further pushed over the edge. And that's why every generation is like, I don't understand these kids these days. And now I'm falling into that trap because the only people that can hear me now that we're trying to warn is these kids these days. All the old people, they're all fucking done for. We're just like, oh man, look, all these poor kids these days. And they're like, shut the fuck up, old people. You know? I'm not an old person, but I guess I am. 50? Is that old? It's older than you, probably. Weird. It's a weird thing. seek out and you learn. You're trying to learn experiences and how to live your life the best way that you can all your life. And then when it comes time to passing it down, you don't get to pass it down. That's not natural. Like I'm not wanting to pass it down. The stuff that I've learned, I don't want to pass it down. Weird. Isn't that weird? It's fucking weird to learn that there's all this stuff and they learned about it so long ago, but we didn't pass it on. Because why? Some old guy did it? Is that why? I'm getting to a spot where I can't upload this, so I guess I'll just stop making this video and then we'll go to the place and I'll make another video while I'm walking the doggies. You could skip this one, I guess, because it talks about interesting things. And then I'll bury it. Maybe I'll upload this one second. There you go. You tell me how I did it in the comment section.